S1E2, the mental lab, with your co-hosts, Tatiana and Charming. Welcome back. Look, we're just gonna get right into this. This is our second episode, and it's been a really, really, really tiresome week for me of editing and whatnot.
I don't do that, but...
Before we get into today's show, I just want to give a quick little trigger warning. The content that you might hear today in this episode could be potentially triggering for our listeners and our viewers. So if you do find yourself having any kind of really strong feelings or emotions, or you can't listen to anything, please just pause the podcast or skip to another portion in the podcast that might not be as triggering for you, or just come back to the podcast at a later date. You can go to our website for a long list of over 60 different resources. Our website is going to be down here somewhere. It's going to be officialmentallab.com. Officialmentallab.com. Welcome back, Tati. Back to the studio. I would just quickly give you my week. My week, probably less than 10 hours of sleep. And since the last time we filmed, which was like 2 Sundays ago, not this past Sunday, but like 2 Sundays ago, trying to edit and using all this software and stuff, and annoying. 100% annoying. Like I said, I didn't get much sleep. I didn't get any sleep at all last night, period. But one, I'm just trying to kind of run from my nightmares, but you know, it's whatever. So besides that, I actually thought I was having a really good week, and today I thought I was having a really great day. And then I wake up and I'm doing all my things, and I'm like, okay. And then AT&T has been screwing me, which this is not a ban on AT&T. I'm bashing AT&T.
Bashing AT&T. No, kidding, don't. Don't take it serious.
But I cannot stand them. Like, so pretty much.
Better than Verizon.
So pretty much, like the last 4 or 5 months, they have just been randomly charging me like $427.
What the hell?
Right. Okay. So I ended up switching. Well, first, before I switched phone companies, what did I do? Oh yeah, I like changed my bank account so that way they can't charge that bank account anymore. And then I ended up switching because they continue to do it. And I get up this morning, and guess what I got? I don't even have AT&T anymore. They don't even have my bank account information anymore, and they charged it. How? Don't know. $427. Yeah, see, I've been trying to call, and they're douchebags. They're douchebags. So yeah, there's that. So then there's that, and then like I told you, Minnie, my dog, my baby girl, her leg is jacked up. So that, today, this morning, I was like, I'm doing well. Like, I'm doing okay. Like, I'm happy, I'm okay. And then all of these things just been beating down on me. But I'm super excited to film this episode. That's why I was like, we have to do this today. Because if not, like, I won't have a good day at all. So, yeah. How about you this week?
Dog costing me $700. Okay? Expensive.
Is that how much the food is?
No, that's for... I had to get his allergy testing and a wellness check, and then my ex-husband didn't pay the paw plan, so I had to pay for that. I was like, you fucking dickhead.
See, Island be charging. Like, the paw plan is nice, but, like, whenever you gotta go in for, like...
for it, and then I had to pay for
all
it.
this... Damn.
I was like, you...
Damn.
He's so lucky he's not here in person, because I'm still like, this at all. But yeah, he costed me through the roof for the vet visit, but...
Yeah.
I don't know, I just want him to get better, you know, I have allergies too, so I'm allergic to the whole world just like him. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, I'm trying to get everything done lately.
Yeah.
Don't eat the wrong food.
Yeah, I mean, it got HelloFresh, you know, and so...
My cooking is pretty rough.
My cooking is amazing.
Like, I be eating undercooked, overcooked. You know, I think things are good by past the sell-by date, and
you know, I put
just don't be in the kitchen.
I put a lot of stuff in the freezer. Like I even put bread in the freezer. I don't know if
I don't put bread in the freezer.
Yeah, put bread. See what you also
I don't
eating
like
stuff.
cold bread.
You're eating stuff past sell date. Like
I'm good. I'm still alive anyway. So
yeah. Okay.
like, just don't do what I do.
Are you sure you're alive? Speaking of alive.
Don't do what I do.
Speaking of alive, I was joining a new support group online from mentalhealthamerica.com, right? And it was pretty awesome. It was awesome, like little community. I'll put the link down as well in the description. But it's a really good community online. It's pretty much just all like online type text, that kind of thing. Anyway, so they were like telling you to add tags and interests, right? I don't know if you saw it on my Snapchat, but it was like, so I was like depression. You know, I want to see feeds and tags about depression, and it's like, why are you interested in this? Is it because you have depression, someone you know has depression, or you're a doctor or whatever, right? And then I was like, suicide. And they said, why are you interested in this? Do you have this condition? Suicide? Do I have the condition of suicide? Like, I don't think I can answer that if I'm here. Or does somebody else have the condition? Are you a doctor or other? I was just like, I don't know. What?
I'm just other.
Okay.
Other.
So it was your week for Song of the Week.
I thought you were picking it. I'm confused.
It's okay. It's okay.
You said 3 quotes and I got confused with your sentences, so I thought you had everything.
Oh crap, the quote, I forgot this. It's okay. It's okay. So I posted one on the website for a quote.
I think
okay.
we have a better plan.
I posted one on the website for a quote. Look, it don't need to be scripted. I'm tired of scripted. That was just hard to edit too. It was hard to listen to.
You're texting confused. I thought you had it.
Okay, so
next week I got it.
Quote of the week. It said, if all you did today was get through the day, then I'm proud of you. And that was some real stuff. Like I was happy about. Like I felt that. I posted it on our website. Like I love that, just because like some days I just don't make it through the day, and some days I guess every day I have made it through the day technically, you know. I mean, but like if that's all I've done, if I like woke up to exist and just went back to sleep, at least I did that. And I was like, I think that gives me, you know, a little bit more like happiness and pleasure to know that at least at the end of the day, like if I made it through the day, I'm like, I should be proud of myself. Every day is another thing to put in my box to be proud of myself. So that was, you know, yeah, I really like this. So that thing is plastered all over the website right now.
I'm still trying to figure out the website.
It's okay. Then there's also another quote that I gave, but it's on my phone, which we're recording on my phone. You know, Samsung. But it was something I was telling it was something I was telling this guy last week, and it was I was telling him like I was telling him like he was like, why don't you text me like often? I was like, I mean, I just not really a texter. Plus, I'm always doing my own thing, and this. And before I could send that text, he's like, you must not like me. Like, you must think I'm a bad person. And I was like, what? I was like, the way I interact with you and the way I respond to you or don't talk to you has nothing to do with who you are as a person. Yeah. And I don't want you to ever think just because somebody's, you know, not treating you the way that you want does not mean, or the way that you expect or plan does not mean that you're a bad person at all. And I legit realize I do that. People treat me, you know, insensitively and whatever, or my perspective of it, and I take it out on myself. You know, like this person said this person doesn't respect me. I'm not worthy to be respected. I suck. Like, and that's my logic. And then I'm like legit telling these other people, like, exactly my, you know, So that was kind of one of those moments for me where I was just like, come on, Charmy. Like, whatever. Yeah. You got anything?
I like that quote a lot.
The first one?
Yeah.
Right?
I really do, because it's nice to hear that, no matter what I'm doing, they're proud of me for something that I'm doing, even if I'm getting out of bed to do something, making the effort to go cook myself a meal or whatever, I've been getting to a lot of puzzles lately, so I'm proud of myself. They get me mad.
Speaking of puzzles, so our episode last week was 10 fun things to do when depressed, right? And I think I tried almost all of those throughout the week. And I was feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do any puzzles, but I did do a lot of remodeling, and I did some service work online.
Yeah.
Then I did a little bit of disconnect. I did like a good list of that stuff, and I actually felt pretty good. So if you guys, you should attempt to do it. All right, so song of the week. I got an album of the week. Okay, I had a few songs of the week, and then Imagine Dragons released an album called, like, I don't remember the name of it. Mercury Phase 1 or something like that. And that album, first off, I love Imagine Dragons. That takes me back to high school. Like, radioactive, oh, right? And their new album is like fire for our stories. I don't want to say it's about mental health, because I feel like at this point, a lot of the things that we experience, issues like mental health and whatnot, has to do with just like life, right? And that's like, there was like, that album legit spoke to me. There was one of the lines, like one opening lines or something like that, was like, these medications that the doctor gave me ain't doing what the doctor said that it would do. And I was like, facts. He's like, how do I function if this stuff is supposed to help me? I'm like, bro, I get you. And I don't know. There was like, the whole album was just amazing. And I'll put the track list up here somewhere for you guys to see. Like, oh, it's amazing. You should definitely listen to it. Yeah, there was one that was like, there's one song, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, or something like that. And it was like, kind of like Demi Lovato's, except, it was just like, it's okay to not want to do anything today. It's okay. And I was like, give me power to be alone by myself. You can like tighten it up.
I'm just messing with it.
Okay.
Just go. I'm listening.
So yeah, song/album of the week, Imagine Dragons, Mercury.
I got next week. Now I know what got it now.
So, all right, on to the topic of the episode. So at first, it was what the plan was going to be misconceptions of functioning, like how we function. And just for those who don't know what functioning is how do we describe functioning?
I function normally.
Yeah, like just how you
go through daily life.
Yeah, right. So just how you go through daily life, like normally or not, right? Yeah. So what my deal was to kind of just talk about like how people, it was kind of difficult to explain, and probably what the actual topic is a little bit more difficult to explain. But I realized that it's not really misconceptions of functioning, because functioning can be all types of things. A lot of it has to do with how we deceive people into thinking that we're functioning, in a normal way or in a healthy way, and that's why I was like, throughout as the week went on, I was trying to, think about, what it meant to function. I realized all I'm doing is deceiving people and deceiving myself, and so what I wanted to talk about today was just quickly, like, some of the different, like, ways that we deceive people and ourselves. So for instance, I know for me, an example I gave you was like functioning when it comes to sleeping patterns, right? Sleeping patterns is a way you function. Like if you sleep well, you're functioning well, when it comes to sleep. And if you don't sleep well or you don't sleep at all, that's not healthy functioning. And that's something that a lot of us obviously working on, right? So as of lately, like the last few weeks, since I had my last attempt, I've been having nightmares about it, and it's just, I mean, it got bad. Like, I think I told my psychiatrist, like, I ended up peeing in the bed. I had to get new mattress stuff and all this stuff from this episode. I was in the tub again, and so I guess all the water and my dreams have been extremely difficult and extremely rough. Just replaying, that over and over when I sleep. And so I'm just trying to get to the moment where I'm past. Normally it takes like 3 or 4 weeks before I'm past a traumatic situation in my head before I start. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably just not going to sleep for 3 or 4 weeks. I've been not sleeping the last 2 weeks. So I got like another few weeks that I can go, which is not healthy functioning at all. Mm-hmm. But where the deception comes in at for me is like, I have to go to work every day now, and like I have to show up every day at 8, and it is the easiest or the hardest thing to do, right? It's the easiest thing to do when I'm not sleeping because I'm not sleeping. So I can just get up, get dressed, and go. Like, and most of the time, like, I'm going to show up and look good, but I didn't sleep, probably not even like 5 minutes. I probably didn't brush my teeth, probably didn't shower, probably did not shave my head, probably, didn't put on any lotion. I probably stink, but I know I'm not going to be there for long. So I'm not worried or concerned about, it's just the way that, like, that's just not healthy functioning. Like, especially, like, I mean, I might go days without showering. And again, the way you what your shower hygiene is part of functioning. And so one of the ways I trick, my coworkers and my bosses and whatnot is I just don't sleep. And I show up and tell them, okay, he's here every day. Like, he is, doing what he needs to do. He's good. But in the background, they really don't know what's going on. And I do that specifically so that way, one, I'm not having these dreams, and two, these people aren't concerned about me.
Yeah.
You ever have any kind of experiences like that?
Yeah, I think that for me, it's like with medication. So when I go to work, I come in, everybody thinks I'm okay because I'm on medications. There's no need to go have episodes or go crazy or anything, you know. I feel like a lot of it has to do with like my medication.
Bring it closer.
My medications. Because, people think like once you're on them, you're okay. You can function normally now. But in all reality, not a lot of people know that I still can't function normally with being on meds because it's a trial and error, right? You have to go through trial and error. And then, a lot of people don't see what happens on the outside neither, what's going on with me at home. Maybe I have episodes after work. Sometimes I'll have them during work. But, I get a lot of it like, you're on medications, you should be fine now. You shouldn't have any of these, and it's a struggle because I still have to explain and be like, well, sometimes the medications don't work. It's an iffy thing. That's the downside where I struggle on is with the medication part and how people look at it and what they're not actually seeing, what's really happening.
So like we have certain diagnoses, right? And I told you, like, I want to just like give our listeners our victors. By the way, I think I like victors. Victorious over these challenges every day. We didn't gotta completely beat depression and all the rest, but I think we're victors because we continue to live every day. But you were diagnosed with ADHD and what else?
I have ADHD, bipolar disorder, OCPD, and anxiety.
And so, like, how is it like trying to function to make like people, that you don't know, like interviews or when you have to focus at work, what does it look like? What does it feel like for you, like inside or out, or what does it look like to everybody else? Or what are you trying to portray, if you get what I mean?
So for my disorders, it's really hard. A lot of it is sometimes focusing for me. So, when you're bipolar, you can't be on ADHD medications and stuff. So it's a challenge. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had to stop a lot of medications recently because we're trying to get to the root of fixing one thing at a time. And, being on ADHD medication, I was told, you can't be on it when you have bipolar disorder because ADHD medication kind of levels you out and makes you focus. When you have episodes and when you're manic, when you have your manic episodes,
right,
you're high, you can't, your ADHD medications kind of stop that, which isn't good because you're going to have a lot more, depressive phases than... So ADHD medication, they told me, is not very good to be on when you have bipolar disorder, but it's a struggle, every day because, people think I'm trying my best to focus and get things done or whatever, and in all reality, other people, when they see it, they're like, okay, well, she's not paying attention, she's not focusing, we're trying to tell her, but I have to tell her 10 more times because she's not listening, and I don't mean it like that, but not everybody sees that I really am trying, and it's a struggle because you're sitting here and you're trying to engage in, and sometimes your brain goes everywhere and you're trying, and you're all over at once, but it's pretty hard,
Yeah,
going through work.
Me with trying to, probably my biggest issue, besides the self-hatred and self-loathing and blah blah blah, is how I lie to myself. I will lie to myself and tell, say, today, I am going to have a great, perfect day. I'm not going to engage in any of my addictions. I'm not going to self-harm. I'm not going to tell myself down. I'm going to look like I'm functioning today. I'm going to post on social media something that's not depressing or something that's not concerning. I tell myself I'm going to, I lie to myself every day. And that's one thing, I don't like about, the phrase positive mental attitude or body positivity, because I think that's just lying to yourself, right? I that's why last week we talked about just radical acceptance, just accepting that I'm screwed up and I don't know how to function and I don't need to portray that I'm functioning, healthily to myself, because if I continue to do that, then I'm just gonna lie to myself and create false expectations that I'm not even gonna. And yes, I go to Sex Addicts Anonymous, and after Sex Addicts Anonymous, what's the first thing I do? Probably masturbate, and extremely unhealthy. But I go to Sex Addicts Anonymous each day, and I tell myself, I'm never gonna do this again, or at least not today. And then I get triggered while at SAA, and then I come home, or if it's a telemeeting, then I get off the call and I'm triggered, and what's the first thing I want to do? Act out, and so I think the worst thing, one thing I want to get out of is just not lying to myself to function. I don't have to show people that I'm functioning well, and if they think that I'm functioning well, that's on them. It doesn't matter, but that's the hard part, because you want people to treat you like you're normal. Yeah. But you also want them to be sensitive to your situation, which is crazy. Yeah. That's the world that we live in. It's so contradicting, and it, like I said, is very deceiving. And I think that definitely hurts me, But you have anything else on the topic? Yeah, no. So guys, thank you for watching and listening today. This should be a lot easier to edit, and hopefully we keep these podcasts this short, under 30 minutes. But like I said, you can go to our website to find over 60 resources. Resources, I have them all categorized by, different populations and situations, military, people with just certain disorders. And then I have a list of support groups and meetings you can go to. In addition, you can go to our website for more exclusive content, like my blog, and hopefully we can get her trained up on how to start blog. But I'm planning on uploading Wednesdays and Sundays, so look out to today Wednesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday. So Wednesday, look out for a new blog from my channel, from my blog page, titled "I Fell in Love with Death Before Myself." That's that's gonna be rough. So trigger warning now. But in addition to that, you can check out our YouTube, our Google, blah, 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 all that good stuff. If you need any kind of assistance or help, please make sure you go. You can easily go online to officialmentallab.com/resources, and you can find all the help that you need, whether it's for you or, you know, a loved one or family member. But I thank you guys for listening and tuning in today, and we will see you guys in the next one.